Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another episode of Sea Dogs to Each His Own. In this episode, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sailing around and searching for some ships to hunt and obviously capture so that I can make some money. With this occasion, you guys can see how I've made some of my money as well as how I capture bigger and heavier ships than mine. So I'm currently on a sloop, and as you can see, we've got the Spanish. That's not really good. Hopefully this will be an easy battle. Okay, we can do that. Now, preferably I tend to use the French forts as cover fire, and that does help me capture ships quicker, but unfortunately this one turned out to be a sea battle, and the purpose of capturing sea ships is to obviously take them back to the town and sell them off, take the cannons off, sell them, sell the cargo or whatever I don't need, and sell the ship. So the first thing I'll do is I will aim for the sails. We don't want him getting away. As you can see, as I said before, I am on a sloop. That is how I have captured my sloop. It's a bit better, but not by much compared to the lugger. Also, by the end of this episode, we will also start the next portion of the quest line. So 3 months have passed since we have spoken with our brother. Well, actually a bit more than 3 months, but let's just say about 3 months have passed. So now we need to go speak to our brother, and that will set off the next quest chain, which is the Dutch Gambit. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to support me by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and why not check out some of my other videos here on the channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Okay, so I'm gonna speed up time a tad bit. And as you can see, my cannons are all over the place. They are constantly missing. So obviously my first aim is to try and damage the sails as much as I can. That should deal with my opponent's ability to outrun me and outmaneuver me. And then I'm going to get close and use the buckshot to deal with the crew, and then obviously board the ship. So the idea is I don't have a lot of crew on the sloop, and I do want to try and get both ships back into harbor so that I can sell one of them. Obviously I want to sell the cargo and the cannons as well. So maybe at this range I might not miss so much. I mean, I have done a good a good job on the sails. So it's time to deal with that crew if we can hit the darn thing. We gotta level up. No. Oh, that was painful.
The left side, ready to fire.
It's just that my shots just keep missing. That is so annoying. And because I have damaged the I was going to say, because I have damaged the sails, he can't get away, but he was trying. So hopefully I will have enough crew left over. Okay, well that's now done. Let's try and loot everything off the ship as usual. So we want that. And let's see, what else can we get from here? Okay, I'll take all of that. Alright, he hasn't got anything on him. Also, I will always check the bodies of the opponent to make sure that they don't have anything interesting. I mean, I have found some really nice things on some of these soldiers that I've killed during the boarding, so you do always want to double check everything. And if you can't use it, if it's not very good, you can always sell it, and that does bring in a bit of extra coin. That's also a good way of getting health potions and all that. So boarding ships, you will always find a lot of health potions. There we go, we've got a cutlass. And what's this? Nope, nothing there. Let's check these doors. Okay, nothing. And there's 2 doors at this end that we need to check before we go and fight the captain off. So there we go. Gold nugget. Okay, nothing there. Time to fight the captain. At least I'm doing a bit more damage than I did before. So now it's somewhere between 3 and 4, which is actually a slight bit better. I can actually kill my opponents somewhat faster. Let's see what we have here. Some more health potions, a candle, and a silver ewer. What's here? Nothing. And there's a chest somewhere there. There we go, that's the chest. We got a nice amount of coinage. And some more potions. Okay, so now the question is, can I have both ships? I think I can. That is very good. So I will assign a captain. We do have officers now that we can spare. I'll put this guy. He looks a bit grumpy, but yeah, we'll put him as a captain. We need to transfer some crewmen. And maybe like so. Just the bare minimum, just enough to get the ship into a port. I do want to loot that over there.
We've got company, Captain!
Okay. So I'll tell our other ship to bring its sails down. We will spin around, pick up that keg, and see what loot we have in it. Now, sometimes you will get debris from a cargo ship that has sunk, or a ship that has sunk, or from the cargo of a ship that has sunk. And you can also pick that up. You can get some nice stuff as well. But from these kegs, you can get a nice stack of items as well as money. So there we go, we've got some nice amount of money. I mean, all these are actually worthless for the bigger part of it, but put together you can get a nice hefty amount of money. So we'll go there, and we will moor here. As it's night, we're going to wait until morning. I could go to the tavern, get some more sailors, and see if there's any more officers. Unfortunately, well, this guy looks interesting. What do you do? Okay, maybe. Okay, I guess we do need captains, so you can join our crew.
Succulent food, refreshing beverages, and cozy.
Obviously, you can use the wait, or you can pay at the tavern. It doesn't really matter to me. It's only 5 to 10 pesos, depending on what time of day I choose to wait.
Cozy bed at your service.
So we're going to need to get our crew back up. So that should do. Now, I could use 2 ships, but at the moment, my finances aren't that great. And I don't really know if I want to be able to afford 2 ships. I mean, I did have 7 sailors here, which I could have hired 7 less, I guess. But it's not that big of a cost. I'm just trying to think if I should keep this ship and have a little squadron going on. That would help in terms of hauling around cargo, especially the cargo that we loot. I mean, half of me wants to have a little squadron, but the problem is, the more ships you have, the more crew you'll have, the higher the costs that you'll have to pay for your group of ships and people. So I'm not really making all that much money, and this would actually be almost a full ship. I guess we could do that for a little while. I have 2 ships that'll help us carry our cargo. We'll go to the store and we'll see what we can sell.
My store is at your service.
And buy, obviously. We also need rum and food and stuff like that. So I've got some ship silk, which I don't know what to do with. And what have you got? Might as well stock up on some bombs. Yeah, we'll get rid of these because they are heavy and we don't have someone with carpentry skill at the moment. So it's actually pointless cargo. Need to make sure that there's plenty of gunpowder. We'll need some of those, but he doesn't have very many. Maybe something like that. That should do. We'll need some weapons, but I think compared to the amount of crew that we have on the ship, we should have enough weapons. I think it's like 30 that we have or something like that. So you kind of want to have double the amount of weapons, just because those pesky rats do destroy them from one day to another. So you just want to be on the safe side, obviously. I think in terms of ammunition, we're okay. We want some more chain shot and maybe some more grape shot, because if I am caught out at sea, I can always go and trade with the ship and get more ammunition from it. So obviously I will use my second. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna use the second ship as a cargo carrier to carry backup ammunition and stuff for myself. Also, it will offer me some form of defense or cover fire. They're both of the 5th class, so they should be okay in terms of manning them. So let's have a look here. Make sure we have all our cannons equipped. That would actually be quite helpful. So I'm going to throw these overboard. I don't know where to sell them at the moment. They are taking up valuable cargo space. It is a small ship, so I don't have a lot of space to store stuff. And I think we're finished here. So let's see if we can get into some more shenanigans. If we can find some more pirates, some more Spanish ships to plunder. And after a couple of battles, we will then finish this episode by going to speak to our brother. At least that is my intention for this episode. So it might end up being a slightly smaller, slightly longer episode. My apologies. Now, I kind of want to swap ships, but you see, that one's a bit weaker, and I think I might end up selling it, and obviously all the other bits and pieces. So I mean, half of me wants to keep the ship, the other half says it's kind of useless at this point. It is a small ship, I cannot carry very much on it. And like I said before, you know, it does bring in some money, and it does reduce the cost of running a squadron. At the moment, I don't have all that much money anyways. So I will sell a few of these, but I do need a lot of chain shot and grape shots, as my crew do like to miss quite a bit. We will sell the rest of the stuff. So yeah, my decision is now made. I am going to sell the ship. I did waste a bit of money on repairing it, as well as the crew that I hired. Not a big loss, but yeah. See if I can remove the cannons. That's one thing I want to do. So that should reduce the amount of money that we have wasted. Now my thought is,
Dockyards are the envy of all our competitors.
let's sell the cannons first. So we're going to go to this one and sell all the cannons.
Our dockyards are the envy of all our competitors.
And we want to sell that one. So that brings us another 10,000 pesos. So now we have 100,000 or just over 100,000 pesos. That's okay. Sad about the crew that I hired and wasted money on, but it's alright. We can manage with that loss. And now it's time to go and get us some more ships. I might be able to get a decent sized ship at some point, but this will have to do. That is actually within my captain's or within my character's ability to command. And let's see, what have we got here? Obviously, always save before you go out to sea, because you don't know what you will encounter. Stuff out here does tend to be randomly generated. Hopefully I pick up something on the way, a pirate, a Spanish ship or something along those lines that we can drag into one of our cities and use the forts to... Oh, we want to loot that. And use the forts to do the damage. So basically the idea is, if you are followed by a big... there we go, that's what I was telling you about before, folks. So you can loot all the stuff in the water by just sailing over it. So as I was saying, if you do end up being followed by a military squadron or bigger ships than you, you can always pull them into a city that has a fort that is an enemy of that country that is following you. Go to sea there and the fort will open fire. It does a tremendous amount of damage and those ships will want to sail away. And out of a big squadron, you can actually focus your attention on a specific ship that you may want to capture. Bring down the sails on that. As it's trying to get away, you can also continue to work on the crew and eliminate all the crew. Then obviously board it and capture it. And you should, in theory, have enough crew to be able to man both ships. Obviously, if you have a very small ship with a very minimal amount of crew, that might be a bit of a difficult thing. So that's why you'll need something slightly better than what I am currently on. So I wouldn't advise necessarily keeping them. You can get plenty of ships in the game, so I'd probably sell them to make some money. And at the beginning, the costs of higher tier ships are stupidly expensive. Especially if you're not prepared as a captain. So if you're not skilled enough to run a ship. So it seems like my cargo hold is full. It won't pick up anything else, which is alright. We've got some stuff there. I'm going to throw these because I don't know what to do with them, and I don't know what to do with the oil either, but yeah. Haha. Oh dearie. Oh well, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I didn't pick up a lot of stuff, so it won't really make me all that rich. But I do want to pick up that keg. That's the one I want. So, let's have a look here. I think we are full again. Maybe some of these. I'm not going to use cannonballs, so I'm not that bothered about them. I don't really use bombs either. The most important things to me in terms of ammunition would be the grape shot and chain shot, and obviously I have told you earlier in the video why. Now, don't want to lose too much of this. So maybe like that should be good enough to pick up some more stuff to sell. If I were to sell those to a merchant, they don't really bring in a lot, which is why I have thrown them. So it's not actually losing out that much money. And let us go and try and get that keg. I don't want that one. I know what that is. So maybe if I can go this way. Yeah, there we go. And what we got? 5,000 pesos. A lot of combs. So that should bring a couple of 100 pesos. All that stuff that we got. See if I can get this stuff out of the water. Alright, so it does seem like I do have enough space to pick up all that stuff, but I don't think I'll be able to pick up the last bit. Whatever. That is good enough for me. I'm not complaining. It is a freebie, and that is always welcome. Ooh, I think our brother is ready to talk to us. I think that's what that ping was in the log. And we're going to stop here by this island. We're going to sell all the stuff that we just picked up and maybe get into some trouble. And by trouble, I don't mean into a storm. That would be a no-no for this particular ship. Because the reason I said that is that cloud that developed in the right corner of the main map looked like it was going to turn into a storm cloud, which had me slightly worried. As you can see, I am walking slow, and that is because I am probably encumbered. Right, so after we deal with the merchant and unload all the stuff that we got, then I need to go to an outside merchant and sell all the stuff that I have on my person that I do not need. Tobacco, that brought in a lot of money, so did the cotton. What about the mahogany? Mahogany brought in some money. We'll sell that as well. I have a bit more gunpowder than I actually need. We'll sell some of that. I don't need that much medicines, not for this particular ship. I did want to hold on to it just on the principle that I might get a bigger ship, but I do also want an emptier cargo hold as well. You know, we do want to be able to put some stuff in there, so I might need to get rid of some of this gunpowder. And this is actually another method of making money. So don't throw the gunpowder away, especially if you go into a port that has the gunpowder marked with red, which is classed as contraband. Do not throw it away. Find a port to sell it at, because you do get a decent amount of money off of it. So now, where are those merchants? Ah, there we go. There's one. Let us go and sell our stuff.
Stop on by. Best products in the colonies.
Okay. We'll get rid of that. It doesn't really weigh us down that much. All that stuff is down here. We don't want a spoon. We like to eat with our hands. We don't want that. Definitely don't want all that. Wow, that was a lot of value. Shoes. We have so many shoes. Okay, dead man's shoe. I mean, all the stuff piled together brought us a couple of thousand, so I'm not complaining. I mean, on an individual note, that didn't really bring out that much money, but put together, if you were to add it all up, it did bring us a decent amount of money. Now, let's get all the gunpowder. We want... Actually, we're okay with the with the bullets, with the lead balls. We don't want any more, so we'll sell the pails. I'll keep on to the more valuable stuff. Half of me wants to sell it, but I'll just keep on to that. Hold on to that, because I'm probably going to build a stash of that stuff on my ship in case I need it for darker days. What do you have, good sir?
Hurry, hurry! Only today you can get 2 products for the price of 1.
Why is it doing that? So, let's see. I've got some stuff in my inventory that I want to check out. Okay, that doesn't do all that much damage, so I might need to swap that out. That is what I've currently got equipped. So I did see some other swords down there. Oh, that's useless. Yeah, see, my sword does more damage than the harpoon, so that is fairly useless. What is the other thing that we got? We got that dagger. I'll keep the one that I've got so far. Now, the question is, do I want to sell it? Do I want to keep it for officers? I don't know how... I haven't got a feeling yet of a real feel of how often melee weapons are found in this game. So, my question is, do I want to keep this? Or shall I sell it? I mean, I could keep it, put it in my storage box on my ship, and afterwards, if I don't need it, sell it. That would be a good thing. But then I also need money now. We've got some doubloons. And how about this one? See, this one has a better damage on it, and apparently the balance seems... I don't understand, but that 0.3 to me looks okay. So do I want the cutlass? I'll put the cutlass on. Okay, I'm happy with that. Hopefully, we shouldn't have very many penalties. I don't think we should have any penalties, as a matter of fact. We do have a ship that we can command. So that, because obviously if you have a ship that you can't command, you will get penalties in everything. And that even includes your sword skills. So like your personal skills, your ability to negotiate, your ability to wield a weapon. And that is all because of a ship. So at the moment we are on a ship that we can actually command. It is within our range. Gonna prepare the clipples in case we do get into trouble. And it's time to head out again. And I guess maybe, hopefully, find some trouble to get into. I would like to try and capture another ship before we reach our brother. At the moment that doesn't really seem like it's gonna happen though. I can see a pirate ship behind me. This is an okay port to try and deal with pirates. I do like this port, especially for smaller vessels. Oh, come on. Really? This way, buddy. Oh, that's a big ship. No, no. Time to go back in. Who knows where you might... Oh. Oh, the big ship disappeared. Oh, another big ship. Going back in. Like so. Thank God it's only one. So now we shall get cover from the fort, hopefully. What are we doing? Oh, dearie me, that is a corvette. There goes the fort. Gonna try and get close to it. I do want to damage that thing's sails if I can. That would be ideal. Now that is, I believe, a second class, second rate ship. I probably will not be able to get close to it because that thing is pretty fast. It is a Corvette after all. And I'm just going to let that sail away. I don't want to fight that thing out there because that is much, much bigger than my ship, and that would just wreck me. So I'll go back in here. We do have 2 or 3 more pirate vessels on us. We'll wait for that guy to go away and try our luck with the next batch. Okay. I'm over here. Ooh. Okay, one's disappeared. Come on.
I see a pennant.
Right. I think I can deal with those. They look okay for me.
Load the buckshots.
I'm just gonna go. Oh. Don't run away. Come on. I need to make some money as well. Man, those things are fast. I'm gonna try and catch up with at least one of them. At least one of them I would like to catch up with. So that I can board it. Come on, it's only a lugger. I'm just going straight for the board if I can. No, you're too fast. Slow down. Give me a chance. That should do. I'm happy with that. I can now actually catch up. Oops. I think he's going for the bomb starting to sink. No, he's going for my crew. Damn.
Load the buckshots.
Yeah, he's going for my crew, so that's not good. I need to do something about his speed. As you can see, he is clearly faster than me. And I'd like to think that I haven't actually messed this one up. I would like to try and damage his sails as much as possible. And I'd be happy if I can get away with at least one ship out of that squadron of 2 ships. 3.7. We're about the same speed. And at this rate, I'm going to chase him into infinity until I can bring down his sails and obviously his speed. I'm always keeping an eye out for his companion friend that he came in with. Oh my goodness me. You guys really need some glasses.
The left side, ready to fire.
Oh my lord. Yeah, so the splashes that you see after I fire, that is where the cannonballs land. As you can see, some of them do land quite far from the target. Okay. Okay, I think I hit his sails a bit.
Left side, ready to fire.
Oh, you feeling a bit more confident now, buddy? Oh, come on. Ouchies.
Left side, ready to fire.
Okay, well, he's definitely within good range. So, I'm going to work on his sails for a tad bit. And whilst my sails are up, he shouldn't be able to damage them that much. He can always damage the mast, though. So that is a thing in the game, or was in previous games at least.
The right side, ready to fire. Load the buckshots.
Okay, I think his sails are sufficiently damaged for us to catch up. Oh, one of his cannons blew up.
The left side, ready to fire.
Do I detect fear, sir? Are you running away? Here's a broadside for you. Most of the shots missed, but whatever.
The right side.
Let's try another broadside. I have 2 of those, you know. And don't you worry, little buddy. You ain't going anywhere. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, no, I missed it. I missed my window of opportunity. No worries, we will catch up with you. Ooh, he's gone over to, whatchamacallit, to the grape shot, and that would have really mowed my crew down. Okay. Emerald ring, had some money, and some other stuff. Let's see what we find behind these doors. We'll start from up here. One machete. I just realized that what I put on my person, was it a cutlass or a machete? I have the suspicion that it was a machete and I called it a cutlass. I mean, it's classed as a cutlass, but yeah. Okay, my apologies if that's the case. It was not done intentional. Let's have a look-see here. Folding knife. Wow. Okay, so we have one more door to check and then we can go on to the next level, and I didn't actually mean to do that. Oh well. Well. Dearie me. Well, I can't get to that end, can I? Too many people. Okay, time to check the corpses. You have a cheap spyglass. Yes, yes, yes. What about you? Nothing. Well. Better luck next time. You have some potions. That's always good. And 2 doors at this end that we need to check. Nothing there. What about here? Ginger root, okay. So I guess it's off to fight the cat. Oh, damn. Oh, I hate this. Alright, so he's basically set fire to the gunpowder in his cargo hold to sink his ship. I really, really, really do not like this option. And if I don't get away fast enough, well, if I don't loot and get away fast enough, it will do a stupid amount of damage to my ship as well. I'll take that. Is there anything here? Gold nugget. And there's one more place to loot in his cabin. I mean, I figure he's already going to do damage to my hull, so might as well take my time looting all the stuff. What are you carrying, sir? Okay, well, take all goods, and now I need to figure a way of getting out without taking too much damage. Ouch. Never mind. At least we were not sunk. If we would have been on a lugger, I think we would have been sunk. So yeah, that didn't go down too well. I was hoping to get the ship, but he didn't want us to get the ship. Darn it. We still made some money, which we will most likely now spend on repairs. Okay, what time is it? Go to the tavern. Hope none of our officers leave, that's good. Nothing in here to hire as an officer.
Succulent food, refreshing beverages, and cozy bed at your service.
Tell you what, he's done a hell of a lot of damage to our crew.
Succulent food, refreshing beverages, and cozy bed at your service.
Okay, so we're here for a day. We do want to be able to sell some of the stuff that we have managed to do. Maybe that will
a nobleman.
Maybe
Anyone
that
can
will
find a
reduce
product
the
that
amount of
suits
money
their
that we
taste.
lost in that battle. Let's see what I have here. Okay for rum, okay for medicines, okay for gunpowder. I didn't make all that much money, did I? No, not really. I guess there's nothing else that I can sell. So let's go to the shipyard, repair our ship, and then we can go and talk to our brother, who is going to send us, well, he's going to tell us about some stuff that we can do. Option is to work for somebody that's hidden. I don't know the character, never done that side of the mission. There's the option of working for an English privateer and for the West Dutch company or something like that, West Indian Dutch company or something like that, which is what I'm going to go for. Basically that sets off the Dutch Gambit quest line. And I'm stuck on something invisible there. Whatever. Yeah, things like this do happen in this game for no apparent reason. Okay. So I am going to go through the brothers' dialogue fairly quickly. I have kind of explained to you what he's going to say and what we'll need to do. So he says something about, he tells us about these three things that we can join. We can only choose one, and I go for the Dutch. You can also go for the English and the other guy, but I stick to the Dutch. And there's the stairs, that's what I was after. So I'll make my way out, and in the next episode we will start off the Dutch Gambit questline. That is it for this episode, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and why not check out some of my other videos. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Until next time, stay safe, folks.